Selling more cars with your website, part two. Guys, welcome back. In my first video, I talked about the three main things you need to look at or pay attention to sell more cars. And to refresh, the number one thing is view your site on mobile always and use a mobile first approach when analyzing your sites because that is predominantly where a majority of traffic is coming from. Also, make sure your homepage and inventory pages 2 and 3 are actually kept up to date and are lack of clutter and make sense. Um, so I have another part to this because we're going to go a little bit deeper. I'm going to explain a little more about the homepage, about the configuration. I'm going to explain a little more about the call to action buttons, my recommendations, and I'm also going to get into one of the top 5 pages across all sites that I see, and it's not really ever advertised, and a lot of people don't show up for it organically, but it often is the most clicked on page once someone actually visits the website, and that is the specials page or tab. So this will be a short one. Let's go through it now. So let's take our advice, right? Let's look at mobile. I'm looking at Cornerstone Kia. This is a Kia store out of Minnesota. No, I do not handle them. So they are going to be my victim of choice today. And so far, it looks like crap. Look at this. When I go to mobile, Cornerstone is cut off. Year, make, model, like there's not a lot of real estate to search. I have this annoying pop up here. There's some movement here in the sliders, but I can't quite see it. Looks like my sliders or banners are not optimized for mobile. I mean, what do we, and you got a little man up here, which I know is the audio eye, but the consumer may not. Guys, I mean, what are we doing here? We got a little chat thing here. Like, what is actually happening? Now, when we look at this on desktop, so let's say, okay, I'm going to minimize this. And then I've already checked it out that this is the true view on mobile. This is unacceptable. There's all this blank real estate here that the mobile banner needs to be formatted to size. We should have the title of the store actually shown out the entire way. Let me have some more, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing way to sort this. It's just, what is going on here? The magnifying glass is over the search, schedule service. Yeah, we got some problems here, but I mean, hopefully you guys see this. All the website providers are able to, if you have banners, are able to size banners via mobile device too. So this blank space, this cropping issue should not be happening. Okay, so let's actually get into what we were supposed to talk about today, and let's look at new vehicles. Like I'm just seeing a couple other things before I go on. When I see new vehicles on desktop, give me the most important elements from left to right, just like you're reading a book. Left to right, not right to left, right? Like I'm here and I look at all this blank space, but then I come here and I see SUV and crossover. I mean, that's getting nitpicky, and there's a lot of other things this store has to fix about their website in my opinion. But we read left to right. Let's organize things from most important to least important from left to right. That's how analytics is organized. That's how we read in the United States and English in America. It just makes logical sense to have it that way. But what I want to look at too is new vehicles. So I'm on a new page here. And one thing I do note is this little guy keeps popping up with all this random junk, even though I keep closing it. Like every time I go to somewhere new, it pops up with something, and I don't like it. This looks like a Dealer Inspire site. That's how the menu is configured, and this feature based uh, configuration is set up. So, I mean, it makes sense. And let's look at it back on mobile. 63 vehicles for sale in Elk River, MN, Minnesota. So I got the little audio eye man. Yeah, the little audio eye man. I'd like to stick him in the bottom left corner if possible. Audio eye is a common application used by dealers, to stay legal and compliant. So, but again, I put them out of the way, bottom left corner, So I'm scrolling here. I got the price, MSRP, some bonus cash, stuff like that. I have window sticker and I have click to call. So let's talk about call to action buttons. So call to action buttons are basically these buttons that people can do things when they hit your or when they get to your inventory page. I find it best to have no more than three call to action buttons on an inventory page, right? That usually is when it works the best. Right now we have two, window sticker and click to call. I do like having a call option on mobile devices. And you'll notice too that the call option is not here on a desktop device. So that part I do like. But window sticker, should that really, like, is that the main thing you want people to do? Is a window sticker? Oh, and I check and I click this, and the window sticker says check availability. So this call to action button isn't even, it's not even making any sense. Up, and now I can't even get out of it. Whoops. What is happening? Okay, let's try this again. I click window sticker, and it's a check availability form. That doesn't make sense to the site at all. And I'm hitting X, nothing happens. I have to fill out this form. By this point, I'm off. I'm off the site. Oh, I hit home, and now I'm in. It looks like a chat widget and stuff. It's very, very confusing. Oh, I don't want to open FaceTime. I just want to hit X. I don't know what's happening here. Okay, I need to actually get out of this mobile version to see what is happening. Oh my God, I can't. Where do I exit out all these reviews that I'm in? Book appointment. Geez, this is a terrible user experience, guys. Like I just randomly came up with a Kia store in Minnesota just because I was in Minnesota this week. We didn't visit this store or anything. Like this is a terrible, terrible, terrible user experience. I hope your stuff isn't like this. Check availability 2021 Hyundai Kona. What? Why am I getting checked availability with a 2021 Hyundai Kona? What is happening? Was that a car I picked? Like I don't even know what's happening. I was on a new vehicle. This is Kia, not Hyundai. Holy cow, there's so much wrong with this site. It's not even funny. What I was trying to get at is window sticker I would not recommend to have as a call to action button. I don't think it needs to be. I think somebody taking action would be get my best price, whether it's a form fill, a chat engagement, a text engagement. I think get my best price or some variation of that works super well. You can either have it to a click to call or a special form submit, even though form submits are dying and people don't like them as much. Like how about a get my best price button that actually just starts a text flow, and then you actually just get a text message with the best price and some ways to get it. Like, why don't we just do that? I don't understand. That would be fine. Window sticker, I don't think is really necessarily needed on a SRP. I'm on a results page. When I click into the vehicle, notice the call to action buttons are not the same here. I actually like to have a congruent call to action button. So, like on the SRP and VDP or the results page where you see all the cars and the detail page where you see one car, have the same buttons, like same three options. Um, this is check availability, which is probably what the window sticker was meant for, but it wasn't titled check availability. Window sticker I'd put here. Here it is, actually. And then it takes me to another link about the actual window sticker of this vehicle, which I do like. People will like that. And I think conversion should be tracked there. But it's something when I actually get to the detail page of the car. That's where I expect it to be. I don't expect it to be in the actual product, the results page. Interesting, there's another call to action button which is not on the results page, show payment options. This looks like an online digital retailing tool where you can buy the car online. This is still loading. That's my payment. Interesting. I would have to play with this, and then this would actually, tell you what's actually happening. My credit score is stupendous in this example. So, I mean, this tool, show payment options, why would it not be on the results page? Right? Keep it on the results page here. Make your call to action buttons the same. Don't do any more than three, and have your call to action buttons make sense. Don't label it window sticker when I'm trying to check availability. This little lightning thing is some sort of digital retailing tool or chat tool, and I absolutely despise it. I do not like it. It's very clunky. So, again, 3 call to action buttons. I like to make them different colors too, so they stick out a little bit: blue, red, and green, or yellow, blue, orange, or something. So that way it like sticks out to the eye and gives me different ways to contact. I do 3 call to action buttons, and then on mobile you can do 4 because you have that click to call, so someone can just call you right away. That makes the most sense to me. Have it clean. So yeah, a lot of stuff to clean up on this new inventory page. Of course, you want to make sure the photos are good, and it looks like the photos are pretty good here. It shows the car, it shows all the features and the different things I'd want to see. I know it's the actual car, professionally shot, taken. There's a little bit of dirt here. I mean, you're not going to be perfect, but I don't really want to see that on my brand new car. I don't want to see grimy dirt. I'm getting really nitpicky, but overall the pictures I think are okay in this example. Note one thing, that the pictures are the most clicked on item, both on the results page and the vehicle detail page. We've done like so many heat maps, and it's always the picture. And have your first picture really, really strong. I don't know how I feel about the $500 military cash available. I mean, maybe if I knew my demographic type audience was really into military, but I mean that's a pretty isolated discount. I'm not sure if I would put that on every single vehicle. Maybe there's a reason for that. Don't know, but I don't necessarily agree with it. Everybody thinks putting their little banner and here's the phone number and stuff like that. Nobody's clicking that. Nobody's really paying attention to that. Could just take up real estate. I do like the photo background and backdrop. It looks good. So they have offers in here, all that good stuff. So, all right, I've pretty much destroyed the inventory page. The inventory page, you want to put details of the vehicle as high up as you can. Here's the description. The description's pretty light, just is a list of features, and it doesn't tell me anything about this car, just basically this, and it relies on this key feature and basic info. That's not good for SEO. We should have stuff actually about this vehicle and how it's a little bit different. You could have links to how this vehicle stacks up against other vehicles and help people later on down the page. I mean, here's all the specs and the interior and the entertainment, and it's fine. 110% price match guarantee. That's funny. I like that. That's kind of cool. Let's click that. What is that? Peace of mind. Where's the 110%? Oh, I have to yawn because of how boring this website is. 110% price match guarantee on all new vehicles for up to 72 hours. 6-month guarantee for all new vehicles, entire battery, brake, and light bulb replacements. Interesting. Show us the ad and we'll refund you 110% of the difference. Show us the ad. It's a price match. Interesting. So they're willing to take a loss on the car? Very interesting. Okay. Top places to work. Maybe not for the marketing department. Haha, badoomch. So the other thing we were going to talk about is the specials page. So let's hit new vehicle specials. So it shows 5 vehicles for sale in Elk River. And usually this is a custom default filter to show, your oldest vehicles. I would actually create a couple different specials pages because the specials pages actually get traction. I would create a couple different ones. I'd create a new vehicles, a used vehicles or pre-owned vehicle specials, service specials you can have too. Maybe that's in here. There's service coupons. There's national offers. And then if you have like any custom discounts that you're running that month, I'd have, maybe it's the Cornerstone clearance outlet. Maybe it's that. No, this is a used specials page. Okay, so they have a used specials. They have national offers, new vehicle specials. That's fine, but I would also include a custom landing page about any individual specials you're having that month. That way it updates every month, and it could be manually updated. A lot of people say, well, that's just national offers, but that doesn't seem like a Cornerstone Kia special. Like if you have that 110% match guarantee or something, you can put that on the cornerstone specials, you know, or something like that. So I would actually recommend to have a few different specials pages. They have a couple, but there's a few more that are needed. We don't just want to see inventory all the time. This is interesting too. I didn't see this call to action here. Explore financing. What happens when I click explore financing? That's on a used vehicle. Notice the used vehicle call to action buttons are different. I don't think they need to be different. They can be very similar. I like to have congruency. There might be a couple different buttons that you use for used and new, but again, it should have some congruency. I don't really see any. And this explore financing literally does nothing. It goes nowhere. So guys, this is common stuff I see, and this is why you need to check your site at least weekly, sometimes multiple times in the week. Honestly, you should be on your site daily, just making sure everything is looking the way you want and looking the way that makes sense. And I would check your homepage and your inventory pages daily. I mean, it doesn't take that much time, and you have so much investment dollars going to your website that you should check your most traffic pages. Homepage, inventory page, and specials page. Check it daily. Takes less than 5 minutes. So hopefully this helps, guys. Yeah. So first video recap, really mobile first, and looking at inventory or the homepage first, and then the inventory pages, and also considering the consumer's experience, make it simple. And this video is really just kind of a slam on Cornerstone Kia, but mostly talking about call to action buttons, best practices for that, and best practices for the specials pages. Hopefully this helps. Let me know in the comments. David Feldman-Makrias, and I'll see you next time.